Breaking news now, Taliban fighters have reached the Afghan capital, Kabul.
All flights have stopped.
Thousands of people continue to try and get into the airport and onto a flight.
Women have been completely marginalised since the Taliban have come back to power. Girls after primary school age cannot go to school. Women are not able to work.
Female university students are being told to go back home.
The Taliban have been trying to stop women in the Afghan capital, Kabul, from protesting against the restriction of women's rights.
Human rights group criticised an all-male gathering of more than 4,000 Taliban leaders.
Girls' education and women's rights barely rated a mention. Hours after girls started arriving, the de facto authorities announced they needed to go back home.
How do you erase 20 years of women's rights?
They've now been left devastated by news that we've just received that secondary schools for girls will not be reopening. I've seen girls crying.
اکثر دختران در صنف ما به فکر خودکشی شده بودند. همه ما از افسردگی رنج میبریم. هیچ امیدی نداریم.
دخترم در اولین روز سال جدید تعلیمی در ماه مارچ امسال خودش را کشت. او معتقد بود که سرانجام مکاتب برای دختران باز خواهند شد. اما وقتی چنین چیزی اتفاق نیفتاد، تاب نیاورد و خودش را کشت. زندگی ما ویران شد.
You will be teaching a girl in Afghanistan a bit of education, a bit of maths, a bit of information. What are the things we need to be aware of that represent? Confidence. Confidence. Those girls need to feel safe with you. And that will come through your attributes and through these skills. And they will look forward to it.
What if you're not happy at all? Should we fake it? I mean, what if we are feeling pressured mentally? What if... Yeah.
In your personal
yes.
life? Okay. For that moment, just cut out my real life.
I have worked as a journalist for years, and I have written stories of victims of war, which is totally different. This is positive, happy project.
Yeah. If you're happy to give it a go, that's great.
Okay.
Going for a take. In 3, 2, 1, action.
در سال 1865 جنگ داخلی آمریکا میان ایالت‌های شمالی و جنوبی پایان یافت. ایالت‌های جنوبی
I have two sisters back in Afghanistan. They can not go to school and university, and not only them, each girl in Afghanistan. I know what they are going through.
از جمله سفیدپوستان آمریکایی دست به خشونت زدن. در این مورد گزارش رو با هم می‌بینیم.
How did you feel that went?
I felt good.
If you had to think of a criticism, what would it be?
My speed? It was fast, I think.
I couldn't tell when you were taking a breath or when a sentence was coming to an end. So if you felt that it was slightly fast, then maybe it was just slightly fast. Okay, so think about that.
It was a good day. I was so excited about it. This project is something I am in love with. I was about to cry many times today, but I controlled myself. I really hope we can do something for the teenagers in Afghanistan, especially girls. They have suffered a lot.
We received 170 calls for help in the 2 days after school and universities were shut for girls. Now we get roughly 7 to 10 new calls every day. I was not in a good place myself. I didn't leave home for 90 days when my friends were arrested. Each time I leave home, I'm afraid. If I say I'm not, it's not true. I don't tell anyone what I do. Only my mom knows. I started going to homeschools. As a psychosocial counselor, I teach girls how to be the best version of themselves, even at worst time. I tell them to write about their experiences. I tell my students do not say the word Taliban. Instead, refer to them as the government for your own sanity. I said the government are afraid of you. That's why they might never open schools. But you have to study. You have to fight. Are you ready for that?
Today we had a meeting and we talked about a project to cover second anniversary of Taliban coming to Kabul, but I wasn't able to talk. It triggered me a lot that I was shaking all day long. It's been a long time. It still feels like today. This was the day Taliban came to Kabul. I was literally shocked. I filmed this outside my window. 1 week after Taliban came to Kabul, suddenly it was midnight, everybody was sleeping, my family, and I was sleeping. I got a call from UK government. They told me to leave to airport in minutes. Because I was working with the BBC, I was a journalist, I had the opportunity to leave country. I didn't have any suitcase, I didn't have my backpack packed, I had nothing. My family, they were not ready for this. My dad was crying, and this was the first time I saw my dad crying. I left to the airport. There was gunshotting sound and just being a journalist, I tried to record things on my way to airport. People, they were just literally sleeping on roads, and kids and women. It was just so scary. I cannot forget that night. I was waiting to enter the airport for 48 hours. Night and day, I was just standing, no food, no water. I couldn't even come back to home because everybody was pushing each other to be able to enter the airport. And I don't know if I was lucky or not, because I don't believe leaving my country, leaving my family behind was luck, but I had to.
سلام عزیزم، خوبی؟
مامانی چطور است؟
خوب هستم کلنگی.
همه خوب هستن؟ تو خوبی؟
یا خوب هستم. قرار است که به زودی اولین برنامه ما رو ثبت کنیم. خیلی استرس دارم. چی کار میکنم؟
هیچی.
میکنم بکنه درسم بخوانم، چقدر برش خسته کنه حتما خوانم.
خیلی معلومدار است. تنها نیست. تمام دخترایی که هستن در افغانستان هدفهای کلی که وابستگی به رفتن به مکتب یا دانشگاه بود. معلومدار ناامیدی بزرگ است برای همگی.
این برنامه ما میتونه کمک بکنه.
معلومدار یک کمک خیلی بزرگ میتونه بکنم.
من خیلی امیدوار هستم که برنامه جواب بده. سلام. دل تنگ شده با مکتب؟
زیاد.
یک مکتبک خورترک براتون جور کردیم. یک مکتبک خورترک در تلویزیون.
زیاد.
دیگه کم کم قرار است برم فلت نو.
فکر میکنم استرست رو فشارهایی که سرت هست شاید کمتر بشه چون میری خانه رو.
Well, I haven't seen any picture of the new flat I'm moving to. I really hope that I can make it a home because it's been months that I'm living in hotels. بله بابا جان سلام. تشکر بابا جان، شما خوبید؟ خوب بابا جان، خوب است. مامانی خوب است؟ امروز کمی کار داشتیم. نه بابا. نه بابا نه. خب بابا. چرا گریه؟ نه اصلا. نه بابا جان خوش هستم. On 15th of August, as much as I was preparing myself and my students, we felt utterly helpless. We had a simple conversation. Schools were supposed to open. I told them they may not open schools anytime soon. Will we stop studying? Will we stop fighting? I said I know that this will turn you into women who would never raise a talib. Girls don't have anywhere to go to socialize, so they say here is where they can at least have fun. Women and girls are at home all the time, like during Corona. For many, life is getting up every morning, praying, preparing breakfast, cleaning the house, helping prepare lunch, cleaning again. Still, the day is too long. They spend 6 to 7 hours a day just thinking what to do. Their lives are financially hard too. One day, one of my students came to me for counseling. I saw blood dripping on her clothes. She had cut her veins. I said, God help me. She said it's the second day they don't have anything to eat at home. She said it's easier to die than to see her nieces and nephews suffer like this. She's better now. She comes to my classes, writes stories. For me, it's like I have won the Nobel Prize.
I just told Simon, and he was happy. Well, he was very calm about it. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so just there's some technical issues, so they've asked us to delay by a week, which is obviously a shame, but it gives us a bit more time to get things ready.
One more thing, because we already know who is doing which episode, the episode that you are doing, you'll say, okay, this was from me this week. Next week you will have Alia, and we'll have much more exciting stuff for you.
Yeah. So that they get to know you guys
Yeah.
as like people that they recognize, and you can say next week we'll be learning English and maths, and also hearing about the women's suffrage movement. So that
And the inspirational stories.
Yeah, because we want them to come back.
Yeah.
ما دوه ځلې هڅه وکړه چې ځان ووژنم. طالبانو پر ښځو پوهنتونونه بند کړل. زه د کورنۍ ګټیالی وم. اوس دا لوړې بیې نشم زغمی. دا هر څه پر ما ډېر اغېز کوي. وضعیت جدي او یو ډول ناوریني دی. موږ ته د ځان وژنې د پیښو ثبت اجازه نه ده راکړل شوې. خو زه درته ویلی شم چې داسې د ګوتو په شمېر کسان پیدا کولی شي چې له رواني ستونزو ونه کړېږي.
خیلی جالب نبود. مشغول جمع کردن لوازم اینا. کل دردسر از شروع شد که هوم آفیس آفر داد به من. البته برام گفتن که قرار است کرایه هر چقدر باشه 250 پوندش تو پرداخت بکنی، بقیه‌شو کانسل پرداخت میکنن. ولی همین که رفتم برام گفتن که کرایه خانه 1000 و تقریبا 300 پوند است ماهانه که کلش رو باید خودم پرداخت کنم. در نهایت هم برام گفتن که خب ما بررسی میکنیم ببینیم که میتونی پرداخت بکنی، ولی بررسی ما نشان میده که تو باید پرداخت بکنی چون میتونی پرداخت بکنی. ولی خب من تنها کسی بودم که خانواده من از لحاظ مالی حمایت میکرد و حالا هم اینطور است، ولی که درصدی از حقوق من ماهانه بفرستم به خانواده‌ام در کابل. و خب این چیزی نیست که دولت خیلی در موردش، اما خب خانواده را که نمیشه نادیده گرفت. و دلیلی که حالا تصمیم گرفتم که دیگه خودم برام یک جایی پیدا کنم که برام خیلی در اول هیجان داشتم که از هتل بیام بیرون خانه خودم داشته باشم، ولی در 1 ماه 3 بار کوچ کردن، 4 بار حالا 5 بارم میرسه. یه کلن هیجان رفت پی کارش و
Tomorrow, I never imagined this word could bring me so much joy. Tomorrow is exactly 2 years since I started my work with these girls. And it has transformed me from the dark, fearful and pessimistic person I was into a courageous and creative woman. These girls have helped me more than I have helped them. We are like a family. We support each other during hard times.
ټول هغه پلانونه چې مې خپل راتلونکي ته درلودل له منځه لاړل. زه بیخي بې حسه شوې یم. دا چې پرته له کومې موخې او کومې هیلې وم نو ځکه مې د ځان وژنې هڅه وکړه.
دا نجلۍ وایي زه ځکه خپل غږ پورته کوم چې له دې بد به نور څه پیښ شي. که زه خپل غږ پورته کړم نو ښایي یو څه به بدل شي.
جانم. اوکی. بازم میخوانیم؟
یا.
انرژی، خنده، خوشحالی. برابر 1 ثانیه یا 2 ثانیه یک پاز میکنی که تا ما بتونیم میره ادیت بکنیم. فکر میکنی که آماده باشی رکورد کنیم؟
I think so.
اوکی. یک کمی با چیز بیست. Dari, take 1. Wait.
از کنجکاوی باز نایستید. هر جایی که می‌آموزید با برنامه جدید و هیجان انگیز درس از بخش BBC افغانستان باشید.
اینا در وسط اینمی 3 جمله باید پاس بگیری.
اوکی.
و انرژیت بیشتر. Dari, take 2.
از کنجکاوی باز نایستید. هر جایی که می‌آموزید با برنامه It's so fast.
Dari, take 5.
شنبه ساعت 9 صبح و تکرار هر دوشنبه ساعت 9 صبح به وقت افغانستان.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Jonathan,
We've got
you
some
were part of
good
the
stuff. So it's exciting. It's really
It is.
exciting.
It was wonderful.
سلام و خوش آمدید به اولین قسمت از برنامه آموزشی درس از BBC. من سحر رحیمی هستم و قرار است هر هفته
When the program first started, my sisters and other Afghan girls, they were all so happy. I received many comments on social media and they were telling me how been helpful this program for them. It's also nice that we've been invited to the UK schools to talk about DARS program in person.
All right, hello everybody. So I'll let Sahar tell you a bit about Afghanistan because that's where Sahar's from.
I don't know if you guys know anything about Afghanistan or anybody else from Afghanistan here. What's your name? Sarah. So I don't know if Sarah knows anything about Afghanistan. I don't know if she has been there. You have been there. Well, living, studying and working in Afghanistan is totally different from UK. It's so challenging. You have to fight for your rights because basically now in the Afghanistan girls don't have the right to go to school. I have 2 little sisters back in Afghanistan. They cannot go to school, which is so heartbreaking for me. And that's why working with this project is so exciting.
What happens if girls were able to be taught at home?
It's not enough. Even our program, it cannot fill the empty place of school. But we try to, keep their hopes and dreams alive by this show.
It's been more than 2.5 years since the Taliban took over. Sadly, schools are still closed.
Teach people.
But we, the BBC, decided to go ahead with the second series, which is very great news for us and for Afghan girls.
Have a good time to meet you.
And things are slowly getting better for me as well. I found a permanent place and I've moved in.
You're like a family. We support each other during hard times. The other day, they surprised me with cake. Their kindness leaves me speechless.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And I feel powerful with them. I hope for the day that we can live as free and equal humans under these skies.